let's talk about special teams. One of the things that people haven't really focused on this week is the kicking game. You have two dome teams. That's kind of a rarity in the Super Bowl, where you have the Saints that play in the dome at home and the Colts that play in the dome at home. And that usually is great for their kickers. But they're playing down in Miami for the Super Bowl. Now, you have the Colts with Matt Stover, who's kicked over 500 times in the NFL. And you have the Saints with Garrett Hartley, who's kicked 24 times. And Matt Stover's played for Cleveland and Baltimore, two outside teams, and done a great job. And Garrett Hartley, 24 times. Now, I know Hartley kicked the game winner against the Vikings, and that's great. But on the biggest stage in the NFL, with the cameras going off and everybody yelling your name, am I going to trust Garrett Hartley or Matt Stover? Advantage Colts. Now, there's one last thing I want to point out, and that's Sean Payton and his play calling ability. Now, Sean Payton, don't get me wrong, he's an offensive genius. I'll give him that. His offensive schemes are great. I love studying it because you just see little things where he has, a passing play that's mirrored off of a running play, and it really gives defenses fits. But that guy, sometimes I wonder if he's point shaving. Against the Vikings, he calls the dumbass double reverse. A double reverse? I mean, seriously, a double reverse? But when I saw the play, it reminded me of a play a couple years back against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Saints were up. They were at home. It's the fourth quarter. They have the ball. All they have to do is run the clock out. Literally, all they have to do is run the clock out. And what did Sean Payton do? Double reverse. Didn't turn out so well. The Buccaneers caused Reggie Bush to fumble. They recover, march all the way down the field and score and win the game. So he has a history of this. Now, when you talk about Peyton Manning and his offense coordinator, Tom Moore, I know people get upset because maybe they think Peyton's getting too much credit, or Tom Moore is, or what have you. And then Peyton does all the histrionics before the play, and maybe he's checking off, maybe he's just making up dummy calls. But I tell you this much. When it's all said and done, and the ball is snapped, it is rare that you see the coach in a bad play on offense. Now, the play may not work. They might not bust it for 10 or 15 or 20 yards, or he might not complete the pass. But it's rare that you can see a play that Peyton's checked off to, or what have you, and after the play is over, you say, that was a bad play. So in that sense, if there's a guy that I don't trust, or I trust less in this Super Bowl, it's Sean Payton. I just have a feeling he's going to call something silly like that double reverse, and that's might be the one possession that the Saints need in order to win the game. I mean, a double reverse. When is the last time you seen somebody score on a double reverse? One last note. I think the Colts will win. If you've been paying attention to what I've been saying, this isn't a shocker to you. But I also think they'll win by more than a touchdown. Now, why do I say that? It's because of the nature of the two offenses. On the one hand, you have Drew Brees, and he's a great quarterback. But if the Saints are down, let's say 7 points in the fourth quarter, I think Drew Brees is going to feel like his defense won't be able to stop the Colts offense and Peyton Manning. And in that situation, with that much pressure in the Super Bowl, I have a feeling he's going to try to make a play when he probably shouldn't. And the Colts will benefit from it. On the flip side of that, you have Peyton Manning. And that guy doesn't know the word conservative. If they get the ball up 7 at the end of the game, I don't think the Colts are going to sit on the ball. I think Peyton Manning is going to go for the dagger, right through the heart. He's going to try to go up by at least 10 and probably 14 points to make sure that the Saints absolutely have no shot of coming back on them. And that's also a sign of his respect for the Saints offense. So when you have those two factors pulling against each other, it's hard for me to believe that the Colts are going to win by anything less than a touchdown. It might be more, but I don't think it'll be less by any means. So that's my prediction. I got the Colts. I got them by more than a touchdown, and I think it's a pretty strong argument that I've made. Now, I could be wrong. Stranger things have happened. But I tell you what, I'll be back on Monday, and we'll be able to talk about it whether I was right or wrong or indifferent. Have a good one.